This book, though, is all about the lives of women married to professional athletes. And you say, come on, it's a novel, but really, is this more reality than fiction? Spill it.
Yes, I would say there's definitely a good balance of, a lot of real stories that not only I experienced, but, I witnessed some of my friends, acquaintances just living in that world, things that you can't necessarily talk about or want to talk about publicly because, you're protective of your relationship. And but yes,
Right.
A lot of the stories in this book are real.
So basically, read between the lines. That's what
Yes,
you're trying to say.
read between the lines, and I will never tell you what happened to me.
Exactly. This book is based on a lot of your experience with women, just like your co-stars on Basketball Wives. And a lot of people are criticizing the show, particularly African-American women. And I have to admit, Evelyn, I am one of those people who's criticizing the show. People want you ladies to just stop fighting. Shawnee O'Neal, who's the executive producer of the show, told the viewers, this is really just a work in progress. Watch what she said with me.
We're going to do our best, moving forward to show you some better content, some more positive, intelligent women that, we got our act together.
Evelyn, it's easy to say we'll work on it, but what will it take to just say once and for all, we're done, the fighting is over?
Well, with the recent controversy and the, boycotts, it's been tough, and it forced us all to say, okay, why is this happening? I will say this, we filmed other, charity events, other positive things, but, the frustrating part is that we are not in control of what's aired on TV. And I think now with all of the controversy, they're now finally hearing Shawnee's voice, because I can honestly say, not just because Shawnee and I are friends, she has been an advocate since season 1 trying to find some type of balance for the show. And unfortunately, it took, boycotts and, everyone, being upset at the fighting, on the show. But I think that for season 5, I don't know what the cast is going to look like, but for season 5, I can guarantee that it's definitely going to be different.
What about you, Evelyn, though? What do you cop to, I had bad behavior and I did a lot of things that I shouldn't have? What's your responsibility in all of this?
My responsibility is, I handled a lot of situations not, not in the greatest of ways. So I take full responsibility. My family was upset. My fiance was like, what are you doing? And you find yourself, you're watching it and you're like, wow, why did I handle that situation that way? And I always say I'm happy that I have that mirror, which is TV, to, show me that I need to deal with things differently. This season was a rough one.
And your fiance, of course, is Chad Johnson, who was just released from the New England Patriots. You're the breadwinner now, so you got to make sure this book does well.
Yes,
because you got to take care of the family. Yes. All right, Evelyn Lozada, thank you very much for coming in today.
Thank you.
And again, you can check out Evelyn's new book, Inner Circle, available online and in stores everywhere starting tomorrow.